You think you're rational, right? No, you are not rational. You are reactive. But you can become aware and stop that. And one of the biggest forces shaping how you react, framing effect. Framing is literally everywhere. It's in headlines, pricing, conversations, compliments, and it even influences your own mental health. And I could go on. We could even say that your whole perception of reality is a consequence of this effect. Now, let's understand what framing is and how to use it to your advantage. So, what is framing? It is the fact that even when you present two precisely identical facts, pieces of information, or situations, they will create two totally different reactions in you if they are presented in two, even slightly different ways. More easily, the how we present something matters a lot more than what we present itself. How you present the information rather than the information itself is what makes people act, think, and decide in different ways. I'm not exaggerating when I say that those who master framing master social interactions, sales, negotiations, and even mental health. Now, let's see all the areas in which you can find and use the framing effect. First is gain versus loss framing. People hate losing so much more than they love winning. This is called loss aversion bias. You can find this effect used in YouTube video titles, advertisement, and even everyday situations. Marketers often prefer to say, stop wasting 2 hours every day instead of learn how to save 2 hours a day. One promises gain, the other prevents loss. And people are more motivated to avoid loss than to gain something. For example, I highly recommend you to subscribe to my channel, otherwise you'll lose epic videos like this one. I just use loss aversion. By the way, jokes aside, subscribe to my channel. The second is order matters. It's not only what you say, but the order in which you say it. Put the good news first or the bad news first, based on what you want. Want to calm someone? Lead with the positive. Want to spark urgency? Lead with the negative. Since people are hardwired to look for negativity, this is called negativity bias. The third is anchoring. It's about placing anchors in your sentences to influence people's perception. You see this tactic being used everywhere. In selling, people subtly tell you a pricing reference point. For example, our competitors price this as $600, but our product is only $300, being even more effective. You see what I'm doing? I'm anchoring your perception. What if I told you my price directly without the $600 anchor? A completely different perception. And remember, different perceptions equals different choices. And final point, every word has a different frame. If you're being general, every word you choose to use carries a totally different frame, which will obviously influence people's perceptions. Don't underestimate the power of your word choices. In selling, framing is literally everywhere. Let's see some examples. First point is scarcity equals value. What's rare is wanted. Only 5 spots left. Even if something is available to everyone, frame it as select. Second point, authority framing. You gain authority when others see you as trusted by people they admire. Sentences like, used by Google engineers, endorsed by top psychologists, borrow credibility. 3. Social proof framing. Over 10,000 downloads, join hundreds of people already enrolled. Crowds create comfort, and people trust the majority. Next point is frame yourself as the guide, not the hero. This is subtle but powerful. Let your audience be the hero. You're the one helping them win. Instead of I'm the best productivity coach, say something like I help people reclaim their focus. Next point is reframing low status as unique status. Turn what seems like a weakness into a feature. You can go from we are a small team to we give you the attention you need. Here, you are not a number, you are a unique story. Saying I'm still learning becomes I bring a fresh, new perspective other people overlook. Framing status is about perception. Position yourself so that others want to listen to you, so that others frame your offer as unique. Framing can also be social, environmental. First point is frame roles. You are the expert here. Can I get your advice on this? By framing someone's role, you change how they act. Activate that part of their identity. Every role changes people's behaviors. When given a role, people forget about their limited identities, and they act in predictable ways. Next point might seem crazy, but even the perception of your attractiveness is shaped by framing. How attractive your friends, the people you surround yourself with are, sets a standard for your attractiveness. And no, I'm not suggesting you to surround yourself with ugly people just to feel better about yourself. I'm just making you aware. We are hardwired to look for reference points in almost any area of our life. Our whole perception of reality often is just looking for reference points, so be aware when judging people or things. Next point is you can always reframe conflict as collaboration. Instead of saying things like we don't agree, say we are looking at the same problem from 2 different perspectives. Now let's talk about mental health and framing. Framing is not just about persuasion, it's something you notice in your own mental well-being. How healthy you mentally are also depends on how you choose to frame your daily events. If you frame yourself as hopeless, your life will be hopeless. While if you see your life in a way where you are the hero of your own story, you live life like a hero. If you frame struggle and hardship as just pain, you'll only suffer. While if you reframe struggle into challenge, the pain becomes positive because it leads to an improvement. In simple terms, most of your problems aren't real problems. You are just not good enough at reframing them as positive. Framing is silent, but it's powerful. It's not what you say, but how you say it. It's not what is true, but what feels true. Whether you are writing copy, pitching an idea, giving feedback, or making decisions, you are always setting a frame. So do it with intention. Use words that guide emotions. Use structure that shapes decisions. Use context that builds value. Framing isn't manipulation. It's clarity. It's putting a spotlight where you want attention to go. Master that and you won't get only people to hear you. You'll get them to feel you. Thank you for watching this video, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one.